away from my regular Sennheiser mic right now, so just using in-computer audio. I wanted to show you Adobe Color CC. So you don't need to have a Creative Cloud account with Adobe to use this, which is nice. But if you do have the subscription, it will show up in your Photoshop and Illustrator and Flash. So it's pretty nifty. So what you'll immediately notice is I had this set up earlier for complementary. So you can create complements. You got your triad, compound, just different color rules that you can use with the color wheel to make a palette. And this is important for grading. I'll get into how I use palettes for color grading when Into the Crayon Box continues. But if we go to custom, it's kind of something I want to show you. Just make all this 0. Actually, so if that's all 0, so I can just get 2. I'm just going to say this right now. There's no such thing as a correct or an incorrect color wheel, because this is art. It's all about opinion and what your eye tells you. But as far as the numbers and scientifically speaking, this color wheel is not correct. It's not RGB. And what I mean by that is if we take red, the complement to that, so instead of being completely red, it would be completely both green and blue. So if we take green and blue, that is cyan, and that's the proper RGB complement to red. And so a complement should make a straight line, but it doesn't. So the other thought is maybe it's, maybe it's a red, yellow, blue, like you learned in elementary school. I tend not to like that, but again, there's no such thing as wrong when it comes to color wheels. I just don't like red, yellow, and blue, but if that were the case, I could make this green. So red and green should be complements in that sense, and they are not. So it's just not, if you look at the actual complement, it's kind of this weird bluish tealy green. So it's not quite there. It's kind of weird. So again, it's not wrong. It's actually a special kind of color wheel developed by an artist. I forget the name, but Adobe decided to use this one artist's version of the color wheel because it tends to actually look pretty darn good when it comes to design. So, it's a good starting place for design work and what have you. But as far as color grading goes, not my favorite tool. But fortunately, it comes with an image analyzer, and you can create your 5-color palette from an image. So I have this shot of Legolas, and maybe I want my scene to look a little more like this shot, so I'll grab whatever colors I deem are, the most important. And again, I'll get more in depth about what I do with this kind of palette in color grading. But for now, I'm just going to show you, you can do this with an image, whatever image you want. You can even if you have the app, you can take a picture with the Adobe Color CC app, and you can do the same thing with that picture. I actually kind of, I'm a little crazy, and I do that for fun. I will, when I'm traveling, I'll make color palettes. So if we go to My Themes, you got, a cat. Some of these, for some reason, won't stay named. It'll just say like theme 13, but I've got a whole bunch of different, like tea and toast. Took a picture of some tea and some toast, and it gives me this color palette right here. So it's just a fun little way to make different color palettes for references. And again, we'll get more in depth into how that affects grading when Into the Crayon Box continues next year. So until the next video, have a good day. I'll see you next time.